Well, hello there, and welcome to another video. And today, okay, I'll stop talking like that. So, if you're anything like me, you probably have a lot of old Windows and DOS games laying around. Now, wouldn't it be great if we could play these old games on a modern computer and on Linux? Well, we can, and the answer is Lutris. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to Lutris. So, this is my Lutris, and as you can see here, I've put a few games in. First of all, I'm going to show you this in action. I'm just going to click on a random game here. Sega. And as you can see, loads up right away. This is just to show you that it works. Yeah, check this out. Playing Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing on Linux. So you can see that worked, and I would even go so far as to say that I even get a better frame rate out of that than I get in Windows. But anyway, now I'm going to show you how to install a game. So let's say I want to install Dracula Twins. Now, as I'm using the Dolphin file manager and I have Wine installed on the system, I could just double click this and it'll run Wine and install it in my default Wine prefix, but I don't want to do that. I want to install this on Lutris. So this is what we do, and this is the easiest way to install a game on Lutris. We go to this little plus in the corner, and then install a Windows game from an executable. Okay, got to give it a name. So then we go install. Yep, we install the Wine setup file. That's all good. The default options usually always work, so that's how I leave it. So now we need to find the exe file that's going to install the game, which I have put right here. So with that all selected, we can just press install. It's creating the prefix to put the game in. Now if you don't know what a prefix is, I'll explain that in just a little bit. It should also display a log of what's going on, as you can see there. And now, the game's installer has started. So I'll just go next to all of this. Yeah, this is just like how you would do it on Windows from here. And done. Firstly, it's best not to launch the game right away. And it should be in there somewhere. There it is. It even recognises the game and put the right artwork in. We could, actually, get a different view, like so. Of course, if my taskbar would get out the way. And let's see if it works. Okay, play game. And voila! Or viola, as I sometimes say. As we can see, this is working great. So anyway, before I move on, about those prefixes I mentioned earlier, I'm going to tell you what they are. So, when we installed Dracula Twins, it added this folder here, and if we take a look inside it, this is the actual prefix. If we go into Drive C, you can see we've got all the Windows folders and files that you would expect to find in a Windows installation, and that's pretty much what a prefix is. It's a Windows environment living inside Linux, and Lutris creates a new one for each game. So it's basically emulating Windows, even though Wine says Windows is not emulated, it basically is an emulator. Just bash the microphone there. So you can run things down from like Windows 2.0 to Windows 11. Yeah, it does all that. Okay, so that's all well and good, but how do we add games that don't have an installer? Well, first we've got to make a prefix to put them in. So let's say I want to add this game here, Z-Ball Gold. If we go in here, you can see we've got the executable, but there is no installer here, because I copied this from another hard drive. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a prefix to put the game in. So I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm just going to call this, I'm going to call it XP, because we're going to make a Windows XP prefix, but we need somewhere to put that prefix in, so hence the new folder. So now we'll go to Lutris, add game like before, but this time we're going to go into add locally installed game. Alright, I'm going to select Wine as the runner, as normal. I'm going to put the title in. Now, why this doesn't have an option for creating blank prefixes for you to put games in, I really don't know, and I think it's kind of stupid that they don't. But this is the only way that I've found out how to do this. I might be doing this completely wrong, but yeah. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to select that folder that we just created, which should be in here somewhere. Let's see, games. Where's games? Games XP. There it is. Now on runners, we want to select Wine GE, which it's already selected, so that's fine. Because WineGE, in my experience, runs pretty much everything, so we can just leave that as it is. So I'm going to go to save, and we should see it in there somewhere. Yeah, okay. It's already found an icon for it. So what we're going to do now is we double click this. It will create the prefix that we want to put the game in. Yeah, I know, trust me. Okay, so you can now see it's creating the prefix. Obviously the game isn't going to work yet, but we should now have our prefix if we go in there. Yep, there it is. There's our prefix, freshly created. And now we can fix this. So what I want to do now is I want to take these files and I'm going to copy them into this freshly created prefix. I'm just going to put it straight on its root directory, like so. Right, now we're going to go and set this up how it should be. So we're going to configure. Now if we go into the game options, we can set the executable and the working directory and everything like that. So we'll go to select file and let's find our exe, let's find our prefix. There it is, XP, drive C, ZBall Gold, ZBall exe. So now we're partially there. So next thing we need to do is set the working directory, and all we need to do is just copy this like so, put that in there so these match. It's basically everything except the exe file itself, and we're pretty much good to go. So we'll save that and run it again, and this time, voila, let's just put this on my highest resolution. There we go. Because I've got my monitor set to 1600 by 900, that's the highest resolution we can select, but there we go. And I'm going to show you how to add more games to that prefix. Alright, we'll just do shareware pack 1. There is just one thing I want to do. I want this to be a Windows XP prefix, and at the moment it's a Windows 10 prefix. So if we go into Wine configuration, you can see here it says Windows 10. We're going to select Windows XP. So now we're going to add another game to it. So let's add Sonic 4 Episode 2, because Sonic 4 Episode 1 I couldn't get running on anything, not even Windows. Alright, just move that into drive C. So that should be here along with ZBall Gold, which it is. Okay, so I'll just minimize that and we'll add it to that prefix that we just created. So, and I bang the microphone again. Add locally installed game. Obviously we're going to use Wine. I'll give it a name. Sonic 4 Episode 2. Episode 1 was garbage anyway. So what we need to do now is, like before, find the executable. So it's in Games XP if I remember. Drive C, Sonic 4 Episode 2. LOL, Sonic EXE. Right, now we just need to copy the working directory, which again, like I said before, is everything except the exe file. So copy that and just put that into the working directory. And for the prefix, that's where the prefix is. Right, let's make sure we're using WineGE, which we are. We'll save that, and it should be in here somewhere. There it is, Sonic 4 Episode 2. Let's play. One day I'm going to buy the full version of this, but you know. Oh crap, I went exit game, but you get the general idea. Okay, so it didn't respond to the gamepad and it wasn't in full screen, but I think we can take care of that. So, as you can see, I've got it selected here, and if I go into configure, we can change a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to go into game options and go to where it says executable, and this time I'm going to change what it runs. So instead of running this, it's going to run this. Alright, so I'll save that, make sure it's, let's see if it works. Okay, yeah, we've got the launcher come up. So, let's go to the controls first. Okay, we've got gamepad selected. I'm going to put this on its maximum resolution, which is the maximum resolution of my screen currently. Full screen, obviously we want full screen. And yeah, that's much, much better. Now if you excuse me, I'm going to fail at playing Sonic 4. So last thing I want to talk about before we move on to getting DOS games to work on Lutris, and that is playing games that need a disk image, like the Incredible Machine More Contraptions, which you can see right here. So how do we get these to work? Because I installed it in Lutris, and if I try to run it, you will see that it needs the CD-ROM. Now, fortunately there's no copy protection on this, so this is what we do. Now, I installed this thing called Acetone ISO, and this is basically a virtual CD drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the ISO. That's actually mounted it in a certain folder, which I will show you. So this folder here, virtual drives, and that's where it's mounted the ISO. So if we go into the wine configuration, so this is how you do it. So I'm going to go to add drive. Now, I've already done this, but I'm going to go through the steps anyway. So in this case, we'll have drive E. Okay. Now we're going to go to browse, and basically we're going to select that virtual drive. So it's on home, then my username, virtual drives 1, like so. Now we just need to go show advanced. We'll select CD-ROM from the type, and there, we're basically done. But I'm not going to apply that because I've already set up drive D this way, so I'm not going to need to bother with that. But now if we try to run it, you'll see that now there's no problems.
Phew. Sierra.
Welcome to the Incredible Machine.
So the final thing I want to show you how to add is DOS games. So for instance, if I want to add, say, Race Drive in here, it's very much like adding a Windows game. Now I've got all my DOS games in this folder here, so it's just going to make it easier for me to find. So like before, we'll go to add locally installed game. Okay, in this case, Race Driving. But this time, we're going to select DOSBox as the runner. And then like before, we'll just select the main file and the working directory. And with these DOS games, we don't have to worry about prefixes, which is really nice. Let's see, DOS stuff, Race Driving, there it is. Let's find the exe. I think Race VGA is the one we need. And for the working directory, we'll do the same as we did before. We'll just select all this, which is everything except the exe. So it's the full file path, but without the exe. So I'll copy that, put that in there. And yeah, let's have it open the game in full screen. So I save that, and it should be in here somewhere. There it is. And hey, look, it's already recognized the game and added the artwork. So let's just put that in. If I bash that microphone one more time, well, just go to one player. Excuse my voice. I don't know why the music isn't playing, but, oh, it's not even, oh, okay, okay, O for options. Right, let's have keyboard control this time. That's better. Yeah, like I say, I don't know why the sound isn't playing, because it usually does play. I think it might just be this game, which I am absolutely terrible at. Yeah, but you get the general idea. I'll show you that sound does actually work on DOS games. Let's, let's select Fast Food Dizzy. So we do have sound. I just think it's that one game. Yeah, when they said fast food, they weren't kidding around. Come here, you. Not gonna get caught by that pickle again. Don't you dare. Crap. Now, one thing I should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, and I didn't, and that's before you try to run any DOS games or any Windows games, there's something we need to do first. We need to install Wine and DOSBox into Lutris. Of course, if you don't have any DOS games, you can skip the DOSBox part, but it's really easy, and I'm going to show you how. Got this little thing that kind of looks like a hamburger, and click that, and we go to Preferences. And now we go down to Runners, and this is where you can install all the different runners. So, I've got DOSBox here, I installed that. What you would do is you'd click this icon here. I'm not going to do that because I've already got DOSBox, but that will install DOSBox, and obviously for Windows stuff we're going to need Wine, which is this one here. So click that and it will install Wine. I've already got Wine installed, so I don't need to do anything. There is one thing though. If we go into the configuration for wine, we want to make sure that wine GE is set as the default, which I've already set it as the default, but we need to make sure that is the default wine. And as you can see, I've got loads of different ones I could select as default, but yeah, wine GE generally works best, so you're gonna want to do that. Another thing is I don't recommend this for running ROMs, even though we've got loads of different emulators we can install here. If you want to do ROMs, I would suggest RetroDeck, which just does it a whole lot better, but yeah, for Windows games and DOS games, yeah, Lutris is really good. So another thing I want to just touch up on is, if you're running DOS games and they're running a bit slowly, here's what you're going to want to do. You find the .dosbox folder. If you don't see it, that means you've got hidden files, hidden, so you can just press Ctrl-H and to hide them and unhide them. That works on most file managers. You're going to want to edit this file here called DOSBox staging. And yeah, I know all this text looks a little intimidating, but about maybe a third of the way down. If it's any help on mine, it's on line 264. This where it says cycles, we need to change that from auto to max, which I've already done. And then that will run the DOS games at the maximum speed it can, and it's going to work well. Alright, and one final thing I want to touch up on, and that's games where it doesn't recognize, so it hasn't put any artwork in. So, for instance, here, Commander Keen Goodbye Galaxy, you can see it's got a blank picture, but if we go to configure, we can actually choose what we want to use as its picture. So I'm gonna go to this one. Now, got one that I already made, so I'm just gonna go in there, see Golden Clem, games. Okay, where was it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So I'm just gonna choose this for both of those. Alright, so that's that, and we'll choose it again for this, for the long view, and voila! Anyway, that is how you Lutris. Anyway, that's it for now, so, as I always say, until next time, goodbye.